Their property is worth $475,000, so their assets are $481,000. Look at their debts. These are the consumer debts, American Express, auto loan. You can see the interest rate, how much they owe on each one, the monthly payment. MasterCard, student loan, Visa, they owe $469,900, but that is the principal amount. If they went and paid off, or if they won the lottery and went and paid it off today, that's how much they're going to have to pay today. But guess how much the bank wants to charge them in interest? A whole lot more. You'd be shocked, because I haven't even shown you the mortgage yet. $389,900. They've got a HELOC. They don't owe anything on it, but watch how much the bank wants to charge them in interest. Are you ready for this? This will blow you away. $491,706 in interest. In interest. Friends, that's almost $500,000. And that's the world we're living in today. Most people have $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 on their mortgage. That's the world we're living in. Friends, what in the world does Brad and Cindy get for almost $500,000 of interest? Nothing, and it's going to steal their retirement. That's literally 104% over the life of all of those debts. The bank wants them to pay back almost $1 million principal and interest. And look what the program is going to save Brad and Cindy, $337,000. Yeah, they still have to pay $154,000, but it's going to get better because Brad and Cindy are both working. They've got these full-time jobs. Brad's making $19.50 take-home semi-monthly. Cindy's bringing home $22.50. They've got their food and dining budget set. They've got their bills and utilities budget set. And then their catch-all budget for everything else is about $1,750 a month. Now, watch what this program does. It customizes a specific action plan for Brad and Cindy that says, all you got to do is follow these prompts. That's all you got to do. You do what the program tells you, Brad and Cindy, you're going to be debt-free in 10 years and save over $330,000. We'll even give you your payoff date. It's so simple. Once this is set up, follow the program. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now, you hover over that little double red arrow right there, and it says you're going to have to move some money from savings to checking right here to avoid an overdraft. Friends, how many of us have had to pay overdraft fees from our bank because we weren't paying attention? Did you know that this program helps you save overdraft fees? That's pretty awesome. Then it says, hey, when you pay your mortgage here, if you hover your mouse over that, it's going to bring that $389,900 balance down to $389,511. Wait a minute. I'm paying $2,837.65 in my mortgage payment, $2,837 going to the bank. It's only going to bring my balance down to $389,511. Yep, do the math. It's only literally going to put a whopping $388 towards the principal, which means $2,449.50. You just as well have set it on fire and thrown it out the car window. That's how much you got for that money in interest. Just that mortgage is 86.32% interest. Now the program is going to continue on with our action plan. It's telling us when to move money, where to move it, specifically how much, right to the penny. It's very precise. I love that it's so precise. And look what happens when I click on the American Express, the execute button. It's telling me to send $19.15.08 to the American Express. It'll tell me how much that's going to save me. I spend $19.15.08 on additional principal on the American Express. I'm going to save $26.08. That's a win. That's a big win. I send Visa an extra $1876.87, and look what it's going to save me, $2,786. Friends, when you start using this program yourself and really understanding how powerful it is, you're going to get hooked on it. Listen, Carmen and I bought our program back in 2006. I still use it today. We still use it today. After this presentation, after the training today, I've got some things that I need to go in and enter into my program. I use this program daily almost, but at least every other day. It's huge because it just keeps you on track and keeps you moving forward. And as you can see for Brad and Cindy, we're just going to move month after month. We're going to see exactly what it's going to do. Coming up down here in the month of November, there's another $2,700 going to the MasterCard, another $225 to the Visa, another $906 to the mortgage. And again, look what happens when you click the execute button. It's going to show you what you're saving. That $2,700 to the MasterCard is going to save me $4,276. Look at this, that $225 on the Visa is going to save me another 21 bucks. Now you might think, well, 21 bucks, no big deal. Yeah, it is. That's a big deal. I can take my son to In-N-Out for 21 bucks and have a nice lunch and catch up with my son. I'd rather have the 21 bucks than give it to the bank. How about you? And look at the mortgage, $906.22 to extra principal. Look what that saves me on my mortgage. Friends, would you invest $906 one time to save $4,452? Yeah, you'd be crazy not to. And this program does so much more than get people out of debt. I want you to really hear that. And I want you to know that. This program does so much more. Did you know that you can run all kinds of what-if scenarios on this program? Let me show you some of those, and I'm going to be quick because I know I'm short on time. But let's say that some unexpected event happens in my life. Let's say that my car breaks down. Wasn't expecting it, but hey, it happened. So now I've got to put $2,500 unexpected expense to the mechanic on my action plan, and I've got to put it on the Visa card. Okay, well, most people would say, man, life's falling apart, the sky's falling, my car broke down, wah, wah. Look, this program has no emotion, none. It's purely math. It took me from 10 years to 10.1. It's going to cost me a little bit of extra interest, but does it mean the sky's falling? No. In fact, look, right here on the action plan, here we are, right here. There's that line item, Visa Mechanic, $2,500, unexpected. Look what's still happening that same week. Still happening. The program is telling me you can still move money to savings. You can still pay $1,915 on the American Express. You can still pay $1,848 on the Visa. Friends, without this program, you're going to curl up in a corner and cry for 6 or 7 weeks that your car broke down. But with this program, it's just going to keep you right on moving forward, because it doesn't have that emotion that we do as humans. Now, I took that back out. I'm back to 10 years. I'm back to saving $337. Look what else I can do. I can come in here and say, hey, what if? Now, I don't have to, but what if I decided to stop going to Starbucks every day? What if I could save $150 a month not going to Starbucks? What if I brewed coffee at home? Well, for Brad and Cindy, they put that into their program, takes them down to 9.6 years. They're going to pay off even quicker, about 4.5 months sooner. They're going to save $343,000. Pretty awesome. Did you know that's how much your Starbucks habit was costing you, Brad and Cindy? Well, they know now. And then they decide, when Di told us about this program, she said there was an opportunity to make more money even on a part-time basis. Let's see what that looks like. So they decide to go in here and put in some extra income, and they decide that they're going to do this part-time. They're only going to help one family a month. One. Does that take a lot of time? No. 4 or 5 hours a month. One family a month. Watch their dashboard. They're down to 7.8 years. They're going to save $372,000 helping one family a month. And that gets them thinking. And Cindy says, Brad, honey, you haven't taken me on a date for a long, long time. Brad says, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Well, let's put some money back in our unitemized budget so that we can have a date night once a week or maybe a couple of times a month. And so he says, let's put that $150 back in that unitemized budget. And Cindy says, Brad, what do you think we're going to get for $150 in today's economy? He said, yeah, you're probably right. Let's take it up. Let's take it even higher than we were before. Let's go ahead and put an extra 250. So now we've got $400. We can have $100 a week extra money to have date night. Wouldn't that be awesome? Or maybe a couple of times a month, whatever, watch their dashboard. Only takes them back up to 8.5 years. That's still better than where they started out. And now they've got date night. They've got something to look forward to. Friends, the company is extremely generous. They pay 6 different ways. I'm not going to go into all 6 tonight. Just going to cover a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 of the different ways we get paid. But I also want to show you an example of what I experienced. So stick around. You're going to see what Carmen and I, my wife and I, literally experienced with this company and this program. This is a stair step. It's an agency compensation model. If you've ever been exposed to insurance or real estate or mortgage industries, you'll know that they operate on what's called an agency compensation model. And it's really, really lucrative. When you start out as a brand new associate, you can see right here that every time you help a family get on the program, you're going to make an average of about $900. Now, it varies a little bit because it's percentage based. And, sometimes we're helping people who rent and they're not going to pay quite as much for the program as maybe somebody that's got 10 rental homes plus their own mortgage. So the pricing varies a little bit. And so the commissions are going to vary a little bit. But this is kind of a ballpark average. So about $900. And you're going to be assigned a certified trainer that's going to work hand in hand with you as long as it takes for you to really learn the system and learn how to do this. And it's not complicated. It's not hard. But as you start to help more and more families, you get automatic raises. They're built in. So let's say now that you've done about 15,000 total volume, that represents roughly helping maybe 5 families get onto the program. Roughly 3, 4, 5 families, somewhere in that range, depending on the cost for them. You get a raise. Now you're making about $1,000 every time you help a family. After you've helped approximately 10 families, again, it's based on the volume and it's percentage based. So these are kind of generalized ideas and numbers. But after you've helped about 10 families, you get another raise. After you've helped maybe about 16 families, you're going to get another raise. I love the fact that I don't have to go knock on the boss's door and say, can I get a raise? I love that. Absolutely love that. Can I get a raise? No, it's automatic. You're already on there. And if you want to build a team, friends, I encourage you to do that. Now, I will tell you that you don't have to if you don't want to, but it can be very, very lucrative. And I'm going to show you why next. If you build a team, if you decide, hey, I'd like to share this opportunity with others, not just the program, that's pretty awesome and amazing. But I'd like to share the opportunity because I know a lot of people that would love to make an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month. That would be a big deal in their family's finances. If you decide to share the opportunity, friends, you can go up to executive director where you're making now $1,550 every time you help a family. And these other numbers that you're seeing populate here, those represent the difference between your contract level and the person that you sponsor or help as a new agent. Now, friends, this gets exciting because if I'm an executive director and I bring in a new associate and their contract, their commission level is about $900, mine's $1,550, that means I get $650 override every time they make a sale. I love being able to help other people help other people. Now, let's say that I'm an executive director. I'm making $1,500 every time I help a family. I've got a managing director, a senior director, a director, a senior associate, and an associate on my team. I've got 5 people total on my team, and you can see the spread difference between my contract and theirs at each level. If myself and each one of these agents is helping 1 family a week, my income is $3,600 a week. That's equivalent to $187,000 a year. Friends, that's without any licensing requirement. You don't have to go to college to do this. I came out of a career as a truck driver. What if we could each just help 2 families a week? Not a big push, $7,200 a week, $374,000 a year. Now, I know, again, some of you are thinking, well, Lynn, you're just pie in the sky, because once somebody gets to the executive director level on your team, you don't lose the ability to override them. I want you to think about it this way. If I open my branch of financial services, this is my branch, and I've got 5 people on my team, and we're all out there helping a couple of families every week. And then Steve breaks off, he becomes an executive director. Di breaks off, she becomes an executive director. And they go open their own branches, and each one of them have 4 or 5, 6 people on their team. I'm overriding them and their entire team's production. Not just them, their entire team's production. I told you this is an agency model. It's like a franchise. And that goes down 6 generations of teams. When I saw that, it just blew my mind. And I thought, well, how much is possible? And then they told me about the bonus pools, where I could literally override the entire company's production. Not just me and my team, not just the people that I've helped get up to executive director and start their own branch, if you will. I can literally override the entire company and the bonus pools. And I'll tell you before I share this with you that what is possible with United Financial Freedom really all depends on you. It depends on you. It depends on your why. Why are you doing it? It depends on your work ethic. It depends on your consistency, your dedication, your mental toughness, your persistency. And it depends on your desire to help others. And she says, Lynn, will this program really help people? And I said, absolutely. It'll change their life. She said, then take your eyes off the commissions that you think you're going to make. Take your eyes off the money and focus instead on just helping people. The money will come. Friends, that was brilliant advice from my beautiful wife. And it was my desire to truly help others that caused our success. Friends, this business is so life-changing. So life-changing. Di, can you tell them what they get with the business plan, please?
Absolutely. You guys, for just $149 agent enrollment, you have access to unlimited, professionally produced marketing videos, websites, and print pieces. You have access to a back office where you have the illustrated software so that you could run client proposals. You have tracking systems, a training library. There's so much training available here. Incredible home office support. And there's so much more. I mean, day one, you're going to be assigned a certified field trainer, somebody that you're able to lock arms with so that they can train you. You don't have to kind of sort of maybe guess how to build a business. You're going to have a certified field trainer who's already done it themselves, taking you by the hand, teaching you how to run these illustrations, and so much more.
Thank you so much, Di. Appreciate that. And friends, it's really easy to get started. Just get back to the sponsor, the person that invited you tonight. You can sign up on their website, get started on your own MMA program. As Di said, have them run your numbers, show you what it'll do for you.